Do you know who received one of the world's five most fragile economies in Virasat and transformed it into one of the world's top five highly respected economies? Modi ji. It will serve us well to remember that he took a failing economy at 11th place with a GDP of $2 trillion during UPA time and catapulted it to one of the top five strong economies of the world today with a GDP of $4 trillion, exactly double within 10 years. Not a small achievement, whichever way you look at it. One would think a man like that knows a thing or two about economics. But no, we have to give reverse gyan to anyone who dares to educate us. यही एडवाइस अगर वॉरेन बफेट देते तो हम झपक से पकड़ लेते. But how dare our very own Prime Minister give out some practical advice? In today's Trump and Rahul Gandhi's world of madness, common sense वाली advice तो चुपती ही होगा. No, these days it seems quite an undesirable trend to me that we set aside 90% of the good and are razor focused on 10% of the bad. To me, it seems like quite a regressive behavior for a smart population. Of course, it is our democratic right to question and analyze everything and not just blindly follow everything the government throws our way, but democracy and right of speech का मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि we blindly argue everything just for the sake of argument, despite clear benefits of the plan. Opposition तो सबसे पहले लाइन में खड़े हो जाते हैं हाइट्स ऑफ इररिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का एग्जाम्पल लेके. बट हमें तो सोचना है ना यार, ज़रा सा. Somebody's already thought out for us. We really don't have the burden of thinking and executing it. We just have to follow simple instructions. It's the easiest thing to do. So, what exactly is all the debate going on about Modi ji's 7-point financial advice? At the crux of it, it seems like well-meaning fatherly advice to me. Only the father in this case happens to be the head of this country. Basically, the Prime Minister of the country walking the delicate rope of monitoring the volatile international situation while managing domestic stability is warning his people on steps that need to be taken to avoid a severe financial depression like the ones in 2008 and way back in the one in 1991. Would you rather that he kept this information to himself and waited until after the damage is done? हाथ जलने के बाद पत्ते पकड़ने जैसे, or prepare for the upcoming danger well ahead of time. Now, That's what usually politicians do because they don't want to risk people's and opposition's reaction, like the one Modi ji is braving today. Not to forget the results of the next elections. मोदी जी की जगह में कोई और होते, उनका एक ही मकसद होता कि और एक ही माइंडसेट भी होता कि ऐसी पब्लिक अपील से हमारा अगले इलेक्शंस में जीतना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. He still risked it because he doesn't really care about our reaction, but only cares about his long term vision of the well being of the country and its people. ऐसा मुझे तो लगता है. ऐसी क्वालिटी तो एक स्टेट्समैन लीडर की ही हो सकती है. हमें अब एम्बिशियस सेल्फिश पॉलिटिशियंस की आदत लग गई है ना, सो नेचुरली सेल्फलेसनेस लुक्स सस्पिशियस. मोदी जी ने तो बड़ी प्यार से हमें चींटियों की स्टोरी फिर से पढ़वाए हैं. गुड वेदर में हार्ड वर्क करके जोड़ो ताकि बैड वेदर में मस्त रह सके. इलेक्शंस में फ्रीबीज वाला ड्रामेबाजी प्यार की आदत जो लग गई हमें, अब असली प्यार की भाषा कहाँ समझ में आता है ना. The idea is very simple actually. Just save. Modi ji is only reiterating what comes naturally to Indians as a generational practice. And someone who manages the entire country would definitely know more about finance than we all would. Don't you think? Criticizing Modi ji for giving solid financial advice is as laughable as dictating Mahabharat to Vyas Maharshi. Countries all over the world right now fear the eventuality of quickly approaching economic breakdowns, possible economic breakdowns. But I doubt if anyone took an unprecedented step like Modi ji to gear up for upcoming hard times, if and when they do. Most heads of state, or in fact, all of them, would fear the upheaval of their country's economy and also people's reactions, like the one we are witnessing today in India. If they made a public appeal like Modi ji. But what Modi ji has done is not just attempting to prepare us for an eventual breakdown of the world economy, but also strengthening us from the inside. The very fact that Modi ji dared to make us all partners with the government is a strong statement of his confidence, not only in his own ability and intellect and that of his government, but also that of Indians. Us. Should we all let down his faith in us? If you think about it, it's precisely the reason why CEOs of billion, trillion dollar companies are highly valued, respected, and paid exorbitant salaries. Because thinking, visualizing, planning, executing, and monitoring the entire company from the ground level while anticipating external problems is much, much harder and riskier than simply working at the ground level. Each level of the company is expected to follow the plan given by the head of the company and deliver its goals so the entire company can reach its ultimate goal. It's the reason why they become billion-dollar companies. Because the entire company and its employees follow instructions from ground up in unity. सब मिलके काम करते हैं, सब मिलके आगे बढ़ते हैं और जब कंपनी की स्टॉक वैल्यू बढ़ती है सब मिलके तरक्की करते हैं. सिंपल. बट वी द स्मार्ट पीपल ऑफ इंडिया मेन पॉइंट को छोड़ के ये पूछते हैं कि पीएम साहब को इतनी सिक्योरिटी की ज़रूरत क्या है. My dear brilliant people, first of all, it's planted, or the very idea itself is planted by the opposition parties while they themselves enjoy high security. But another valid point is also because Modi ji staying alive is more valuable than the fuel that is burnt for this security purpose. Because believe you me, there are many people in the world out there who would love to see India go back to UPA times, which is the writing on the wall without Modi ji standing in the way. Anyhow, how can the usage of a total of 4,700 to 4,800 politicians in all of India, that's the total number of politicians in power today, be compared to the fuel usage of 1.4 billion people? Even then, most of our politicians have reduced their fleet to 50%. But I wonder why, when they could simply switch to electric vehicles instead of putting themselves at risk by compromising on their security. Because you can only imagine the havoc that would ensue if something violent were to take place in our country. Anyhow, अगर मोदी जी चाहते तो इन 7 पॉइंट्स को किसी तरह रेगुलेशंस भी बना सकते थे, एटलीस्ट सम ऑफ देम, और हमें फॉलो भी करना पड़ेगा. मगर ऐसा नहीं किया उन्होंने. इंस्टेड हम सबको अपना पार्टनर्स बनाए, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे रहे हैं हमें अपने लकीर खुद खींचने के लिए. I would say pretty much like Dhirubhai Ambani's lessons for his own kids. जो फॉलो करेगा वो मुकेश अंबानी बनेगा, जो नहीं करते हैं वो अनिल अंबानी बनेगा. चॉइस इज़ योर्स. बस इतनी सी सिंपल बात है. तो आप ही सोचो, आपको जहाँ है वहाँ रहना है या उससे नीचे गिरना है या आगे बढ़ना है. जहाँ है वही रहना है या बैंकक्रप्ट होना है तो बाय ऑल मीन्स कर लो अय्याशी. नो वन विल स्टॉप यू इन दिस डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री. मगर आगे बढ़ना है तो अपनी देश को अपना कंपनी समझना और मोदी जी के एडवाइस लेके अपना काम सिंसियरली करो. एंड एंड में अच्छा सा प्रोविडेंट फंड कलेक्ट करो. मुझे तो आगे चलना है, और तरक्की करनी है और मेरे साथ सबको लेके चलना है, बिकॉज इट्स नो फन इफ I progress and everybody else is left behind. तो चले, shall we all get on this progressive path together? जय हिंद.